That's one of the biggest keys in terms of, I think, the way that we can navigate it, especially as introverts, as highly sensitive people, you know, thinking that, oh, we have to, be out there and be, in the spotlight and things like that. It's just not really going to work for most of us. For some of us, maybe. But yeah, for me, I love to write. I always have. I like to read and I like to write, and I'm kind of more inward like that. So for me, writing an email or writing a blog post or something like that is just something that really that's going to live in the world. And, my um, maybe a social media post is going to be kind of lost over time. But if I create a blog post, it's going to be evergreen. People are always going to find it. It'll even have SEO associated with it. So those are great things to think about. People are going to find you maybe from an immediate social media post or from like a long-term, blog post or an article or something like that that just shows up. I think that's really cool because I don't love the feeling of like being out there and being, visible. Even the word visibility is kind of scary. But to think like, oh, someone found me, somebody found Reiki through me. That's a nice feeling. It's kind of like, oh, I'm just doing my work. I'm going about, the living Reiki, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, living my purpose. And someone has kind of found that and tapped into it and said, oh, I want to be part of that. It's always hard when you have a client come to you and they're like, oh, this really isn't what I was thinking, what it was going to be. And you feel disappointed, like, oh, that wasn't such a great interaction, maybe. But if people know kind of what to expect before they get to you, they're going to be all in. They're going to be thrilled once they're there because they've already heard like maybe your voice through your writing, or they've seen your picture, or maybe they saw like a short little video of you or something like that, or, something on a summit. Maybe they watched your presentation, right? And they're like, oh, I kind of get where that person is coming from. And I'd like to maybe have a session with them or, learn from them or something. So it's kind of more about that. It's about that findability.